Hi. Hello. Okay, so I don't know whether or not we should sort of wait for people to come on. I'm a little bit nervous. I can say that when no one's watching. Hello, we have one person on. Okay, right, we've got a couple on. Hello, and thank you for joining me this evening. My name's Jo, and I've just said to nobody that I'm a little bit nervous. Nobody was on. So, yes, gratitude. Drop in the comments if you do know anything about gratitude already. Hi, Lorna. And like practicing gratitude, because there's a big difference in practicing gratitude and being well-mannered. I was always well-mannered, brought up with saying my please and thank yous and all the rest of it. However, I adapted to complaining because that's what we're kind of taught in society, easily to complain. You kind of see it everywhere. When you start practicing gratitude, you start noticing it everywhere in all conversations around. So yeah, hi Frankie, she's on, look, hey girl. So yeah, gratitude. So I discovered gratitude doing a gratitude challenge, shall we say. That would be practicing it consistently for 30 days to start with. I don't know how many of you know how long it actually takes to form an actual habit. So if you do want to say anything, let me know. Basically, it takes 90 days to form an actual habit. 30 days is great. So if you're doing it absolutely consistently, morning and night, and you're reminding yourself throughout the day, every single day without fail, then you start to form the neural pathways in the brain. And after 90 days, those neural pathways that you've formed are like nice and strong and fully connected, and it's like, okay, you'll wake up and you'll automatically start doing it. Those of you that do want to do a gratitude challenge, hook me up on what have you, and we'll go through that. Today we're just sort of going to introduce you. Learning new things is all about sort of getting all the bits and bobs before you start, putting it all together basically. So yeah, to form an actual habit of gratitude, 90 solid days. And yes, once you've got your gratitude going, you're feeling grateful, because it's all well and good sort of being like, okay, thank you for giving me this, or thank you, I've received that. However, it's, hey Sandra, hey Stephanie, Holly. Hey. Yeah, it's so much more to it than that. I could literally talk about gratitude for hours, for days, as Frankie knows. But yeah, like it literally does so much for the physical body. So when you are actually emitting a frequency, an emotion of gratitude, of appreciation, you're actually forming dopamine and serotonin in the brain, which make us happy. So you're genuinely creating happiness within inside you, and that's where your happiness has got to come from. If you're not making happiness from within, you're relying on the outside sources, and that's just a downward spiral from there. If you're relying on outside sources, those outside sources can go, diminish, walk away, leave, what have you, and then you're left with sadness, and obviously, I don't know if any of you have suffered with like anxiety, depression. I know I have. And it's something that, this is why I consistently work on mindset. I consistently work on myself and observe myself. That is so key. Observing your faults, observing your patterns, because we each have them. And basically when you start with gratitude, it's a great way to start seeing, oh, actually, I'm complaining. I'm not being grateful right now. If I'm sad, if I'm miserable, if I'm down, if I'm being angry, then you're not in a state of appreciation. So you can always go, oh, hold on a minute, because we all do it. I literally had a little bit of a moan earlier. Like, we're humans, you know, like, we have these emotions, and it's about it's about getting on top of them and not letting them take us over. So with your gratitude, with the physical body, you're literally going to be building a much stronger immune system when your body is in a state of gratitude. If you are in a state of fear, where you are either sort of angry or sad, or just feeling low, depressed, anxious, this really messes with our immune system, because your fight or flight goes on, adrenaline's running, and all your energy is concentrated on those running and working. So it starts putting out other functions like, okay, you can wait later, digestive system. You can wait later. We'll get to you later. You know, other things, heart rate. Things won't run smoothly when you are in the fear vibe situation. Hey, Colleen. So yeah, it's when you're in a state of gratitude, you're very calm, you're in a place of love, and your body, your actual organs, your body functions are all functioning beautifully. You're less bothered by physical aches and pains, also emotional pains as well, any suffering that we create for ourselves in our minds, that can be incredibly painful. I've been there, I've done that, got the t-shirt, trust me. And when I came across doing the gratitude challenge, I could not believe the transformation to my life. Literally, I was almost in shock, where I was like, why are we not taught this at school? It's incredible. I literally would smack that right onto the national curriculum every morning. Gratitude before we even start the day, and then after lunch, gratitude again, kids, and then as you're leaving school, you're banging out the gratitude again. And when I say this, I mean write it down. When you are writing it down, again, going back to the brain and the neural pathways, typing, you're going to use very few neural pathways in the brain. You're using, like, I think it's about 8, don't quote me on that. When you're writing, you're literally opening up 10,000 neural pathways at a time. So that's just one reason to be writing it down. Yes, but consistency, yeah, that is it. That consistency is key. When you are real consistent with your gratitude, you come to a place where things happen, and your usual reaction would be, I don't know, to get angry, or to get really upset, to get like overwhelmed, maybe even have a panic attack. Things like that might happen. But once you've been observing yourself, observing your faults and your feelings, you start to sort of get on top of that, and instantly your brain starts telling you, are you grateful right now? That's my little line. Are you grateful right now? And that's the reminder. Are you grateful right now? If you're feeling off whack, if you're not feeling good, and it's not about covering over negative feelings. Negative feelings are going to be there. It's just about recognizing them, releasing them, accepting that you're feeling that way, and then you can bring yourself back to that bridge of gratitude, feeling appreciation. And appreciation, sometimes people might sort of say, oh, thank God I'm not with that guy anymore because of this and that. And it's like, that's not actually appreciation. That's not a feeling of gratitude. A feeling of gratitude would maybe be, you know, you're hungry and you've not been fed and you don't know where your next meal is coming from. This was for me personally. And somebody's fed you, somebody's given you food, cooked you a dinner. Like, I could actually break up into a little cry right now. That's totally opened my heart into appreciating a certain person for doing that, or for the food itself, or what have you. But do you see what I mean? The whole emotion there of the heart goes straight into that feeling of gratitude. Your heart literally opens, all the capillaries and blood vessels in your heart spread and fill up with blood, and that's your heart opening. It's incredible. And you feel it. You might flood with tears, you might get goosebumps, anything, but you will feel it. You'll know what I mean. When you actually genuinely feel gratitude, you will feel your heart opening, and it's just a beautiful state to be in. So yeah, it's all about sort of syncing up the brain. And as I was sort of saying before, with the bridge of gratitude, what I mean by that is, if we are feeling down and depressed and negative, sorry, that's the dog shaking there. I think she's gonna bark at me in a minute. She wants to get up here. So yes, it's when I say it's a bridge, yeah, Frankie, she's giving it some. I've lost my place now. I've got a little bit of notes, but it's everywhere. So yes, the bridge, basically, I don't know if anyone realises. So when you're watching your emotions, if you're angry about something, feeling sad, all of those sort of negative emotions there, you're either thinking about something in the past, whether it's 10 minutes ago, 6 years ago, 5 days ago, it's all past. And things like anxiety, off the top of my head, I can't think now, but that tends to be more of the future, that you're worrying about something that hasn't happened, your mind projecting something that isn't actually physically real. Whereas when you are present in this moment, which is absolutely key, and that's what you tend not to be worrying about the past or anxious about the future, because you're in the now, in this moment. And gratitude brings you right to the now. What are you? And it could be anything that you're grateful for. You're an individual. You're allowed to be as grateful for whatever you want. Here she is. She's at it. So if it's I don't know, getting your nails done, and it really makes you feel good about yourself, then you're grateful for that. You know, it hasn't got to be something like esoteric or anything like that. Or like, I know there's definitely one thing that every single person in the world has to be grateful for. And that's your breathing, your breath. Without that, you will not survive. And especially with the current situation and what that attacks, the area of the body that attacks, that's your breath, you know. Like when you're taking your last breath, or when you're struggling to breathe, then you'll understand this conversation that I'm saying to you right now about appreciating the breathing that's happening for you without you even considering anything. You're not thinking about doing it. You're not acknowledging it, unfortunately. Now I'd really love for you to acknowledge it. I'd love for you to notice when you breathe, what then happens. Notice your body, notice your feelings, notice your thoughts. Give yourself your energy. Because at the moment we tend to be, if we do get very depressed or anxious or anything like that, we're totally giving it away. We're giving our energy all to, I don't know, that neighbour, or the person who pushed us in the street, or the one who cut us up in the car, or whatever it is, we're totally giving our energy, handing it over on a platter purely by totally fixating on it. And again, it's all past or future stuff. So yeah, being in the moment, being grateful, and this needs to be written down in the morning when you wake up, first thing, and the last thing at night. And once you start to do that, as I said, you do that for 30 days, then you'll have started to connect those neural pathways. Once you've formed it after 90 days and all your neural pathways are totally strong, they're like, boom, we've got this, we are raring to go, we're on automatic now. Not only will you start seeing the most magical things happening in your life without sounding funny, like genuinely very impressive, and yeah, you will totally went off key there because I've got writing in front of me. I never normally do it with writing in front of me. I just freestyle it. So yeah, once you've basically created your habit, then any old bad habits that you might have, you will tend to find without trying, if this makes sense, that they will start to drop away. I was smoking, smoking ganja, I'm going to say it, let's just be real here, that's why the kids are in bed, hey. I was doing like loads of things that weren't great for my body, and I just started becoming really aware of Frankie, thanks girl. Don't know if that was allowed. I just started becoming really aware of, actually, okay, so I'm doing all this great stuff, I'm receiving all this great stuff from life because I'm putting out all this great stuff, this like loving emission of frequency, so I'm getting all of that back, and it just starts to make you think, hold on a minute, this can go and this can go, because it's unnecessary, it kind of clashes with what you're doing, but it's so much easier to add something in than it is to take something away. So if you do want to give up smoking, if you do want to, I don't know, I can't even think off the top of my head, give me some answers, people. I'm not seeing any comments here, so if you are making any, let me know. Swipe if you can't see comments. Look, I've got my girl on it. Yes, Frankie. Where? No, I can't see them, babe. Your little WhatsApp popped up. Love it. Frankie's on it. She knows I'm really not technical. Yeah, I think I kind of half covered with most of the things. The smell was, when you've got your favourite smell or a smell that you just really, really love, you can associate. So again, something that's going to make you think of it throughout the day, gratitude. So when you're writing in the mornings, have a little smell of your essential oil. Or people are commenting, I'm so sorry I can't see your comments, people. I've swiped both ways, and I don't know whether no, because I'll end up turning it off then, won't I? I wouldn't be blanking your comments, I promise you. Frankie, if there are any questions, do type them up for me on WhatsApp. So yes, sorry, the smell, the essential oil, or the favourite scent of a flower or a fruit or what have you, have that blasting on you or in your hair or what have you, or just smell it from the bottle and do your writing, or you could even put a little drop or two on your page that you're writing on, and write your gratitude out there. And it's I am so happy and grateful for, because, and you've always got to kind of put that because It just extends the gratitude when you're writing why you're grateful for it as well. It really, again, opens it up. And once your brain has been thinking about a specific subject or a specific topic for, I think it's 14 seconds, it's been proven that it's up to 68 seconds, it then just goes onto a thought train and other thoughts just start rolling out on the same wavelength of that feeling. So I think you'll know what I'm talking about when you on a negative level, that sort of mad train of thought that you can have. That's why we get onto those rolling barrel of mental thoughts, just one after the other keep popping in, and it just ends up going wild because we're attracting it. So it's a matter of stopping ourselves, getting present, holding onto that. Shannon loves your tea. My t-shirt, I see. It's Frankie, you can't do these short things with me, man. Thank you, Shannon. Assuming that's what she meant by tea. So yes, the thought train, if you're thinking about your gratitude and what you're grateful for, the longer you hold on to that thought, again, you will start attracting more and more thoughts along those same feeling lines. And it's all about, that's key here, your feelings. So yeah, it's definitely about monitoring. I've given you a load of information here. I do apologise. I know it's just sort of, it just falls out of me otherwise. It could be a bit overwhelming. Like all this technology is for me. Yeah, so if you're Frankie's little love hearts, bless you, bless you, bless you. And she's gone blank again. Yeah, so it's got a lot of health benefits, physically, emotionally, and I'm not going to go into spiritually. That's something I came across as my journey went forward. And again, I've been doing this for 4 years now, and it's freaky, let's say that. Like, it's definitely well worth doing if you're more of an experimentalist like I am. I like an experiment. If people say something to me like, oh yeah, if you do this for such and such time, then this might happen or that might happen, I'm on that. I'll be like, okay, sweet. What exactly do I need to do? And I'm straight on it. I love to experiment. And I like to find out for sure. If I read a book, I want to see if it is real, basically, if we can do these things or whatnot. So yes, it's definitely something I recommend. Again, I could be going on and on and on about this. Are people getting bored, Frankie? That's what I need to know. How long have I been on for? I don't even know. Isn't this awful? Joanne, fix up. How do you do it? Yeah, no, it's just showing me the list of those that had come on. Yes, so consistency is key, and when you are on top of your thoughts, you have around about 60,000 thoughts a day. That's a whole heap of thoughts. 23 minutes. Thank you, Frankie. She's such a little darling. I love it. She's like my little my little sidekick. Yes. So yes, 60,000 thoughts a day. And how many of those are you actually aware of? Be honest with yourselves. You haven't got to answer it to me or anyone, but to yourselves, like, how many of those thoughts are you really aware of? So if you can consciously be... Oh look, I've got Zandra now. I can't see all the comments. Oh, it went away too quick. Thanks, Zandra. Look, see, I'm a bit like a bloke. I can literally just focus on one thing at a time. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend any fellas out there. What was I saying, man? I can't remember now. Yes, 60,000 thoughts a day. So consciously you're then able to consciously think thoughts rather than just have 60,000 compulsive thoughts flapping around in your brain that you're not really aware of. And that's why throughout the day you will feel emotions up and down and what have you, and you don't really know why. You might put it to, oh, that one over there really annoyed me, or that one did this to me, and it's never really that. It's never really outside of you that's pissing you off or upsetting you, or it's your thoughts that are happening on that train, basically, that you're not really aware of. So this is a great way to get on top of it, get your thoughts focused, and the more you start focusing your thoughts, the more you'll be on top of the kind of thoughts you're thinking, and when you're thinking a thought, you're feeling a feeling. They go hand in hand, and then it produces a behaviour. So yeah, it's all very interesting. Like I said, I could go on about it for absolutely ages, but yes, the scent, I didn't actually finish that, did I? You want to associate, you'll then have associations. Put the scent on the page, in your hair, what have you, on your skin, smelling it while you're writing your really amazing open heart appreciations. And when you start to smell that smell throughout the day, it will tell your brain, appreciation time, open your heart. How amazing is that? Our bodies are pretty phenomenal. Let's utilize them. Let's find out, read the manuals on our bodies, because they're pretty freaking amazing. And yes, that was a pretty nervous first live for me. I normally don't do nervous on these lives. So I do hope you've enjoyed. Next time I think I'll be a bit more structured rather than notes all over my page, so that I don't know whether they're ticked off or not. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've got some good information there as a starting point. And yeah, if there's anything that you'd like me to oh, thank you, Sandra. I'm getting WhatsApp messages to say things. It's so lovely. Aren't girls just lovely to each other? Frankie laughing there, love it. Yeah, if there's anything that I've not explained properly, because obviously I know what I'm talking about, and I just kind of assume that others will if I don't, or if I've missed something that has not been explained properly, just let me know. Or if there's something that you've maybe heard before from another person out there who's teaching gratitude, or I don't know what else it would be, mindset coaches and what have you. If there's anything, or books, even if you've read it in any books, then please just holler and I can make a bit more of a clear, structured session. Oh my God, I'm just totally blasé today. Who knows? Right, okay, I am gonna go because now I'm just mumbling again. Oh, I love you all. Thank you so much for being on, and I do apologise that I couldn't see any of your comments. I will totally have a little flick through them and respond straight away. I would never ignore any of you unless I told you I need my space. But yeah, I will totally get back to all of you, and I hope you've enjoyed. And again, I hope you're wanting to know more, because there's always more to learn. Always. Right, thank you again, and enjoy your gratitude. That was totally the wrong way around. Awkward angle. Ta-da! Right, I love you loads. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you tune in next week as well, if we're doing this on a weekly thing. I didn't really pay much attention. I'm sure it's a weekly thing. If not, then I might just come and raid the group every week anyway. Just say, hey. Frankie's like, damn you. Right, anyway, God, I'm going. Goodbye. I love you. Good night. Thank you very much.